Did you listen to Jeff and Professor Hamo in the morning? Here's what you missed.
All right, in the studio live we have Hussein Mohamed Dagane. He insists on the Hussein, I don't know why. He's MCA from Garissa County. Chris Marks is not his real name, but he calls himself this for my youths. From Laikipia County. Gentlemen, welcome to Hot 96.
Thank you.
Both 30 years old. Both MCAs. Hey, looking sharp, eh?
Angalia, sharp bro. Garissa mara ya mwisho ulikuwa ni lini? You know, we need to understand.
Tuambie, mara ya mwisho ulikuwa lini?
Garissa, about 2 days ago.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually happened to pass the first motion ever in Africa on autism. Policy on autism after United States on 2006. So the team on autism right from Boston came to the ground. They wanted to come up with a survey on number of autistic children in Garissa County.
Okay.
Yes, so basically we don't have, as a Kenyan, we don't have statistics for now. We only depend on World Health Organizations.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been there 2 days ago.
So why Garissa? Why did they pick Garissa?
Pardon?
Why did they pick Garissa for this study? I mean, we have more reports of people who have autism?
Exactly. The fact is that all the young MCAs, we have been having meetings at Naivasha for retreat. We've been sharing emotions of MCAs from 47 counties. So it's, it's the first county actually, because I happen to be the member of the speakers panel. I first tracked my motion and I happened to be there. I was not competing with anyone, but I was just, doing it, but it happened.
Chris Marks, nini mnapenda hizi trips na retreats? Mnapenda sana, huh?
Yes.
Ni za masomo, eh? Professor, you can attest to this.
Za masomo. Hii ni benchmarking au ni nini?
Hii kitu huwezi shikia kwako. Hata uzurule wapi.
Hautashikia. Lakini vizuri kujaribu kwanza.
Yeah, kuonaona kitu kipya nini?
Yeah.
So
what is it like being an MCA, Chris Marks?
It's actually Chris Mark. But actually being an MCA is also challenging. In the leadership hierarchy, you are the closest to the people. So you expect to sort that issue before they can get to the MP, before they can get to the governor, before they get to the Senate.
You people are more considered. You become a councillors wazamani. And what you do is you hold your governor hostage most of the time.
Yes.
That's the reputation we all see about you guys.
Pika fukuza kidogo, alafu anarudi.
Yes. You hold a county hostage. Ni kweli?
It happens. It has happened before. But, there's that mentality which is still stuck in the days of the councillorship. But the MCs of today are a bit more professional. The seat is more of a legislator at the county-based level. Maybe there's always the issue of misunderstanding. And this arises because of the issue of funding. Funding for development. An MC wants to do a bit of development. The governor says that is not your work. That's usually the issue that has been there.
Yes.
Yeah. But one of the things, we also represent the youth of the MCA caucus in Kenya, which has 1,027 MCs. He's the Chief Whip, I'm the Organising Secretary. So the issues are across. You find this county is not being able to be financially autonomous. You cannot oversight someone who holds your money and who signs your salaries. So that has always been the bone of contention. So the guys feel like at times if we want the governor to hear us, is not to pass the budgets. And now that's the hostage situation Jeff is talking about.
By the way, mumelipo July salary?
Bado.
Headline in today's nation, counties grind to a halt, staff go without July pay.
Yeah, that's why you were saying our salaries come from your money, and I was going to ask you what happened.
Why are you holding out?
So hamutalipo July?
Yeah, in fact, it's a challenge everywhere. A lot of counties like Laikipia, Samburu and the rest have not yet gotten salaries, and there's no even confirmation of that. Yeah, because of the issue of the division of revenue bill that is not been agreed on between the Senate and the National Assembly. So no budget can actually be a budget at the county, because that is the basis of the budget making process.
So what's going to happen, guys? I mean, if it goes on for another month or so?
It's going to be chaotic, but the law provides, the PFM provides that at least counties can be allowed by the control of budget to access up to 50% of the current, of the previous year's budget. Yeah, up to 50 for basic services, maybe hospitals, maybe these salaries and what have you. Yeah, if that can be agreed on, it will be good.
Wow.
So now you want to become an MCA?
Never.
The thing that again,
yes.
The public are misinformed most of the time. Those are the kind of challenges we go through as parliamentarians or young parliamentarians. And actually, speaking of going out of the country, which is actually trending right now, is that if you hata ukienda, uangalie the money that we are given for each country has its own rate. So sometimes, you see, it's not of a profitable value.
So are you telling me the per diem in Garissa, or if you're coming from Garissa, is different from the one from Laikipia? No, or daily allowance?
No, he meant maybe probably the mileage is not a view, but the rates are across country. They're set by the SRC. In fact, you've talked about benchmarking. Us, we are treated like a department as MCAs. For us to travel anywhere in the world, we must first get an approval from the devolution ministry. There's a department for state on devolution. And us, we have ceilings. The MPs and the senators have no ceilings.
Okay, let me ask you, how many countries have you been to, Chris Mark, since you became an MCA?
I would say 2. That has been Oman, in the Middle East, and Zambia.
Hussein Mohammed?
Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan, but that's before MCA. For MCA, I went to Shanghai.
Just that.
Kikazi.
Kikazi, yes.
America Munenda, by the way, for Dolly Parton.
Country music.
Maybe if you can invite us over to Texas or something, I will never say no, but...
And then Jeff, you have the country music thing going on. Come on, Tualika, we shall benchmark with you.
Tuko hapa Thika Greens.
Kuja Thika.
Thika Greens?
Yes.
Watu wanaenda Tennessee. Wanajua Tennessee wapi?
Hatutaki visa. Mkuje venye mtakuja.
Thika.
Hapa Thika. Mkuje hivi.
Unakuwa unalokana shuttle.
Mkenya.
Olokane ndani.
We want transit at least. Hata kama ni kusukia TRM.
Oh my God. Okay, Hussein Mohammed. Why? I mean, what made you get into? Were you a student leader before, and then you decided now this is the transition?
Yeah, I was the DH captain of the most riskiest high school in our country. It's called Balambala Secondary School.
Balambala. Iko
Iko tu mahali. Hata hapo huwezi ona. I mean, if I was the DH captain of such a school, I mean, kuvaa suti na legislate and saying nay or aye, it's not rocket science for me.
Yeah.
So I was a student leader in both primary and secondary. University wakanichapa kidogo, but mimi nilikuwa tu hapo.
Mbala ndio tulishukia.
This is what you always wanted?
Always, this is what I wanted.
Really?
Wow. To be a lawyer, to be a journalist and a politician was always my first thing.
Yeah. Wow. Chris Mark?
The same. I would say I also studied at the high school. There's a school I was in, I think the same county as Hamo. It was called Jomo Kenyatta High School. Nakuru, yeah. So I was the boarding prefect back then.
Mulimani.
Yes, Mulimani Kapsa before I transitioned to another school. Yes, and I actually started in 2012.
Wow.
This January when I tried my seat in the Karen ward, which I sikushindwa kwa vile nikura tu haikutosha, and I postponed my victory then. So,
and you were 23 then?
Yes, I was 23.
Wow.
So I've always wanted the leadership thing. Reason being, I've always felt like I don't want to be the people who says, huyu atufanyie, huyu angetuwekea. As in, I've always said, why can't I be the one trying to sort my people?
Okay, so what's the biggest thing you've achieved, you, Chris Mark, as MCA? What's the biggest so far?
So far, I would say the biggest thing is first to start the talk in Laikipia, because it's a process of setting up a Laikipia youth service, just like Meru has then. Because later on we'll have to devolve the youth service. It stops being something at the national. The other thing is the youth market. I have already passed the motion and the process ongoing, so we'll have this month before it ends the first youth market in Nanyuki and another one in Nyahururu, being the biggest towns in Laikipia. And the youth market basically will be a space for every Saturday, youth accessing that space and doing their wares, if they're doing painting, sculpting, similar like you see Nairobi calling it Masai Market. And I want them to pay, but at a subsidized price.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for me, I only mentioned the first motion ever, the first actually policy ever passed in our land on autism.
Yeah.
If that doesn't attract me, HSC or MBAs, I mean,
National title.
Yes,
Where
like the one you have.
Where
I Google you. Although you don't need to Google Kenya, I know some things. You don't know. The other thing, I have a bill on revolving fund, 150 million for the youth, women and persons with disabilities. It's my bill.
50 million.
150 million.
150.
It's been my baby since I sworn in. And
how far is it?
It's almost done. I mean, the money is coming in. Already the governor assigned the county committee and the sub-county committees. Already the work is on. The youth are benefiting. I think over 70% of the personnel for the revolving fund, maybe the chairperson or person representing the youth or person with disabilities are the youth. Yeah. So that one is also an achievement for me. And I would really like to thank my governor And I also like to thank the leader of the Territorial Assembly who gave me this opportunity to serve my people.
Now tell me, how does one apply for that 150 million and what's the ceiling?
It's about, according to the regulations, the administrative laws that my committee made. I'm the vice chair for Trade and Tourism Committee. That's handling the money right now. Not the money per se, but we are parliamentarians, we're only handling the copy. I also took the copy for you, for transparency.
Yeah, transparency.
And oversight, yes. Because sisi makaswa, wakajara vile ulisema, we don't handle money. Yeah, we don't handle money. So, makajara. So what we do is legislate, oversight, and representation of the people. So, that money to apply is very easy. The youth, the women, and the person with disabilities will apply normally. There's a registration form. I also took it.
And this is just for Garissa, huh?
This is only for Garissa. The first thing I think, like Laikipia, my brother, because now we have a caucus on young Kenya members of county assemblies.
Yes.
That is all over. That is, we are the NEC member. He's the organizing secretary. We have about 1,027 MCS. We arranged ourselves into 15 NEC members elected from the regions. Now we get to share these motions. We get to share the bills. What you do for your people. So Baringo took my idea. Yes, and
so you exchange ideas, eh? Like in Laikipia, a resort town.
It's kind of a holiday
destination.
Kutoka na Rumoro yote hivyo. Those are ranches.
Juzi he's flagging off Safari Rally. I don't even flag off Kareithi. It's over, it's a fun county.
And those are the diversities of the different counties.
Yes, that is the beauty of Kenya.
When I was flagging off team to sub-counties to take the survey on autism,
yes,
it was flagging off
classical rallies.
You know how that serious the county is.
Chris Mark, how about you in 10 years?
Karibuni.
Like you,
Badala ya kwenda mbali, wakujaga Laikipia.
But I want to really appreciate my brother on air with he was very good host to me. Many times he invited me to his place. I also, during the launch of my bill, revolving fund, I also invited him over. He's a good friend, really.
And this team of yours, you mentioned this team of other MCAs, right? And the neck and all that stuff. Wakasawa, I mean, is this, because, let's face it, MPs are on a reputation for in general. Yes, and maybe this generation of yours can change things. How are the rest of them? As serious or as focused?
Yeah. I mean, our chair lady is called John Degwa. She's a very serious lady.
From what county?
Yes, from Nairobi County. And we were getting to sit down, agree at a level, getting positions. As a youth developing in our country, we don't have to start everything with tribe. Even if who becomes the chair, it doesn't matter. If one tribe is becoming the whole NEC membership, but for a good faith, the leadership comes from God. And that's why we love our chair lady. She just passed the autism motion the other day, last week in Nairobi. And we have representation of every, region. We call it region, we don't say tribes for now.
Right.
So I think we're doing good.
And even every political party, you would be aware the chair is coming from Jubilee.
Yeah.
The SG is Fahad Kasim from Mombasa. The treasurer is from Kakamega. So, and actually the SG is ODM, and the treasurer is independent, and these are elected. So we have a mixture, not only nominated, we have elected in the NEC, we have different parties. And one of our biggest motto, no discussing politics. Because when we bring the politics inside our young caucus of 1,027, now we get the division. So we talk youth issues and MCA's welfare and how we can use our numbers to actually push a serious agenda. Because 1,027 MCAs, almost out of 2,400, is like half the number.
Yeah, and I'd like to also appreciate the Senator from Nairobi. KYMCA is born after the success of KYPA, Kenyan members or Kenyan parliamentarians. So they also, Senator Sakaja played a big role in the coming together of the young MCS across the country.
S3. Because he started off very young as well. Huh?
Yes. He is very passionate about young leadership. And he's out of the heart, up to the vascular part. That's what he says.
Akosawa.
He's actually a deputy party.
Yes.
But I would like to tell my Nairobian neighbors that I never mentioned I lived in Kareithi. So, but yes, I lived there for 7 years. So I mean, he's a perfect guy. That is the guy to present the youth in the State House one day, inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah. Good one. What about you guys? What are your ambitions? Chris Mark.
Well,
After MCA, I mean, where are you going to go?
of course, I would want to gauge myself towards the end of my term.
Yeah.
And if I had actually passed a certain test and actually given youth hope and opportunities, you know, I'd want to go to the next seat. Na sauti ya wananchi ni sauti ya Mungu kama
I
wanavyosema.
really doubt that kwa sababu he's actually on the final stages of holiday homes in Laikipia. So when you hear of a holiday home, you know, it's going down deep. but for me,
Yes.
you can do the maths. Duale is a of politics.
Correct.
There's a township, so the next guy who has a tie in
The next
Nairobi,
obvious one.
Duale, yes. You can even ask him. You can ask him. Ask Duale right now. Yes. I know he's a close friend to you, but ask him right now.
The obvious shoe-in.
Yes.
Unajua ni nani?
Hussein Mohamed Dagane.
Yes.
That's good, man. Ambition is a good thing, guys.
yes.
And hope is another one. Hope, because there's a lot of young people out there unemployed,
yes.
wanavuta bangi,
Hapo ndio kuna
into
shida.
alcohol,
Yes.
and there's a lot of hopelessness. Let's face it, Chris Mark, especially in Central and then going towards that side. Ni kubaya sana.
The fact that unasikia watu wana join kitu kama Al-Shabaab.
Al-Shabaab?
Yes. Kwa sababu wameona hii nchi itusaidii.
Yeah.
Mtu ananipatia 50k, hiyo napatia na maisha.
Bus.
That level of desperation. No, desperation hiyo.
The youth.
Yeah.
I would like to speak to the youth. Unaenda kuambia 100,000.
Yes.
Kenya shilling, uende ujilipue. I have never seen very nice hotels in heaven unless you're taking the money with you. You know, you get 100,000, you explore yourself. It doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah. But it's true because, you know, apart even from the Al-Shabaab, you see now there's mushrooming of gangs, both in Mombasa, especially the Kisauni area, and it's despicable because you find they're harming even at times. You know, they used to actually rob you.
Yes.
If you resist, that's when they harm you. Now they even harm you because at times you find they feel like nobody's listening, they don't belong.
Yeah.
So to them, what will give them a cause, even if it's not a justified cause, they want to associate with it. That's why you must really work to give those opportunities. That's why the revolving fund in Garissa is good. We also have a revolving fund and we are learning from the best practices there. We are putting up the youth service because I believe, like in Laikipia example, if you can have the youth service instilling back the values, giving them a purpose of belonging and also opportunity, and at times even giving them other skills, because we have seen this year's international the theme is transformative education. You know, we are no longer getting the office jobs like they were, and actually them being the thing. You can I relate a lot with Jeff's story.
Yeah.
You know, at 19 he was able to fly to work in Panama and also join college later. So they're actually using his skills in a way before they actually go for the paper and all that.
Yes.
So we need the youth to know that
Start
you can
off.
start off even with the basic skills if you can have. Officers is tosha, and also instead of also seeking employment, be creators of employment, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hussein Mohamed, with Prof and I, tukitoka hapa nje every morning, right? We have people out there waiting for us. Wanatuliza, get us a job, get us a job. Please, I need a job.
Yeah.
Does it happen with you guys, and how do you deal with it? Because they, you know, you guys knew Ayashimira,
Yeah.
and they said, you know, I
Nyinyi ndio
need a
mko na
job.
pesa yetu.
How do you deal with that?
As for me, actually, I'm glad with the revolving fund, and I get the leeway to consult with the governor and recommend the best youth who are up to task and work, up to about 24 youth over the sub-counties who I recommended myself. But again, that's not enough. And it's never enough in our country.
Yeah.
So we get that if you, Professor Hamo,
Yes.
you know, a person who is in media services, getting that a lot. What about the one who is, you know, taking salary on their name?
Yeah.
Is a bit hectic for us. And like the one you mentioned on tourism, counter violence tourism, in a study done by Professor Trufena, is about 40 attacks within only 2 years. About casualties of 5,549 casualties. And if you see all these guys doing this are the youth of this country.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and I would like to appreciate the governor and the Garissa County who give it the opportunity actually to save 24 young leaders who are coming from such scenarios.
They were heading to Somalia to join Al-Shabaab.
Yeah, probably you know, because you know the desperate situation.
Yeah.
Desperate situation calls for desperate, you know, measures.
Mm.
But for now, at least 24 youth are sitting in an office and a round table
Wow.
to discuss where the money to go and who to consider or who not.
Tell me some, how is security in Garissa now?
Security for now, Garissa is awesome. It's doing great. The members, I would like to appreciate the members of the public of Garissa who are cooperating really with the police and other agencies, and also the leaders who are also preaching peace. And the leader of majority said no, stood against such scenarios, and it's still working.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so even Mandera right now, as we speak, because I represent Northeastern Province on young Kenya members of county assemblies, so it's really doing great.
So actually, what you've said is the reality, you know, and especially us who are young leaders.
Yes.
You know, we become the target of our fellow youths, and I wouldn't blame them. To them, they feel like we got the suit and the ties, and we really forgot about them.
Yes.
You know, and we are the easiest target.
Yeah.
In fact, if you see the hate that at times comes, and you see, you can't really blame them. They feel like you guys are there, you are not doing enough. So one of the things I'm really thinking about, and I'm really trying to highlight, and is also trying, and even the KYMCA. I've seen the MasterCard has launched a program. It's supposed to give the youth innovation funds and what have you with the presidency to create around 2.5 million jobs. That is the way to go, because these offices cannot all fit us.
Oh, yes.
I personally, I'll tell you the truth, I've never worked in an office like an 8 to 5 job since I started this thing. You know,
Yes.
I've been around the politics and what have you.
Yes.
Yeah, but I can also relate, however, not having, because you want to put something on the table. Some of them are young fathers. Some of them feel the time is going.
Yes.
Yeah, so whenever we're called a ticking time bomb is not a good thing actually.
Nimeona hata watu wanakuwa
In a store.
laid off, eh?
I
Big
saw-
companies.
I saw like I think it was Portland Cement, yeah.
Portland Cement,
800.
At this time and rate when we're
Stanbic
talking.
Bank,
Telcom.
Telcom.
Unbelievable, man. And my youths.
So imagine huyu mwenye akona kabiashara kakinyozi wajia ameanza biashara sasa hivi. County unajua zile license unaitishao. Zimejaa kwa nyumba.
Yeah. Unapata mpaka anaitishwa hata ya NEMA, ya MCSK and yeah. So the overtax
are you talking about those things kwa counties ndio msaidie huyu mtu ameanza biashara.
Wacha hata kabla kufika hapo kwa biashara prof. One of the things you find a youth looking for a job.
Yes.
Or rather any application or to start anything, those requirements is first what we've been trying to get rid of from the help which you actually never accessed. But you still have to prove for 2,000 shillings that you have cleared by help, even if you never went to that high school, I mean that university. Then there's the one for CRA. You've never even opened an account to find a youth being told you want a credit reference bureau clearance.
For Garissa County, the bill right now, before we start disbursing the money, the youth will come up with proposals, even to do kinyozi or shop or anything. So we were in talks with the trade department if they can pave the way for the licensing and the water view they are taking. You know, because you have to return the money. If you use the money again on government again, is and it's one of its kind. It's interest free, so you return the exact amount you took.
If you get $1 million, you return $1 million.
Yeah. Yes.
But are you paving the way? Are you making it smoother for them to be able to access these monies?
Exactly. That's why I'm in touch with them, the trade committee, the trade department. If they pave a way for all this kind of bullshit, I mean.
Chris Mark, what's the biggest challenge facing youth in Laikipia County?
One of the biggest issues is opportunities. And in Laikipia, they always feel like, there is no space for growth, space for agriculture and even opportunities. And the opportunities they're looking for, some of them feel are not in tandem with what they've studied. You find them queuing outside the British Army. You find some of them having a degree because the only job they can get in Laikipia is that one to cut grass in the British Army. So opportunity is really lacking in Laikipia because of such scenarios. And they kind of feel like, Laikipia is a bit diverse. You find the urban. There's the issues that affect Nanyuki and there's the issues that affect Laikipia North. The youth of Laikipia North, who are the pastoralists in Otaview, feel like, the ranches have pushed them too far. They cannot do their own kind of a thing. And then the ones on the town, they feel like they don't have enough opportunities. That is why one of the things I really commend the governor is for the contract farming that he has set up and trying to make even farming fashionable. Reason being, Laikipia, agriculture is number 1, then tourism number 2. And he's also doing a lot to boost innovation. In fact, we're the only county who's done 2 innovation fairs continuously and even set up funds for that innovation because he believes that through the innovation, I know you guys really enjoyed us with the BJ50, that car. He will be one of them. But that is a good start. If we show you they can actually work with their hands to make something.
Yes.
Okay, of course, a lot of improvements is needed, but that is a step.
That's the most scariest guy I've ever seen. I don't even appreciate though.
Hey, where's the Desha?
You the song guy you told me.
Nisonga.
I think Gurudumu is kama mtu ako ndani. Like I really appreciate the talent.
But innovation it is. Next time the helicopter.
Kuna ndege niliona.
Ndege iko
Masinemani.
sasa tunataka tu inuke.
Tuko nayo ndio hii.
Tuko nayo sasa tunataka tu inuke.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. All right. All right, gentlemen, the best part about being MCA, Hussein Mohamed, best part.
Is to sit somewhere and actually come up with the laws that people will going to adhere to. It's a bit enjoyable. So, yeah. So maybe you come up with something, maybe street A or B, and not to be because of certain issues. The bills you say, they shall not. You tell the people those things. It's just beautiful, and they don't do it. If they do it, what you said. If they don't do it, you go to jail. If they do the shall not, they go to jail. If they do the shall. It's appreciation. So it's a bit beautiful when you're writing a law and people adhere to,
And this will be yours forever.
Yeah, like the revolving fund. I'm the one who sat and agreed with myself that they shall be and they shall be not. Of course, with the help of the constitution.
Yes.
So if you don't do what I said on the books,
Yes.
go to jail.
Go into
I mean,
jail.
that's the best part. That's also what I'm saying.
Best part. Best part.
I would say the best part is being able to be listened to. You know, before we had the tag Mheshimiwa, it's like you're in a stadium trying to shout out to be listened. No, since you have the Mheshimiwa part, you're there on the stage and it's a self-spotlight on you.
Yes.
And you see, okay, if you don't get lost in the trappings, you know, the car and house mortgages that come with it, the allowances, you actually have a place to influence things. And one of the best things any person in this life, I believe, even you, Professor Hamo, is to influence things. Jeff influenced stuff with his voice at Panam. Yeah, you know, people would listen to that voice and actually be told that you must put your safety belts on and what have you. So that is the best thing I like, that I can actually get things done from where I am. And I couldn't do that without the position.
To add on the Kanjura thing,
Yes.
I would like to tell the members of the public that the MCA is a strong person. Article 195. County Assembly has the same powers as the High Court. Members can compel the production of document and can call for witness from abroad. If you maneno Kajura,
Kajura ilisha.
Bana mbaya sana. Hiyo ilisha. Jambo. So it's very strong constitutionally.
Yeah.
The member of county assembly is very strong.
Yeah.
Na vile tu kidogo watu
Yes.
ndio wanasema moja mbili tatu.
Unajua at least mmewashawasha. Kajura alikuwa ni yule mtu anaweza pigana vita.
Rusha
Ilikuwa ni yeye. Nani anaweza rusha viti?
hizi hizi rushwa zimetengenezewa chini.
There's one story ya huko nyumbani. Makajura yangu alisign mahali na game reserve wale KWS. Amesema hapa ni game reserve. Hakujui amesign tu. The other day ndovu akakuja na askari. Sema hii ni Kanjura, what is wrong? I said hii document will sign. Akashika kichwa. Kwa hivyo this time is very different.
It's a different time.
Oh, yes.
Collins Owino on Twitter says, amazing. I like the conversation there. And Gongu Kiari says, Honorable Chris Mark and Honorable Mohamed Dagane, you say Mohamed, giving the youths hope. At times I wish such visionary leaders had enough resources at their disposal to bring the real change. Gentlemen, this is the future, man, and you guys, I hope you can dispel all the stereotypes about Imambo, Because
Ati ukishaitwa tu mheshimiwa
MCA.
unafunga macho hivi kama emoji.
That's how it
Sasa ni kuishi mpaka 2022. Taga kieleweki. We don't care.
Gentlemen, keep up the good work, huh?
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for coming.
Jeff Koinange and Professor Hamo every day, Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. only on Hot 96.